Welcome to another episode of Rewind a Closer Look. Today we're diving into the murky waters of Megalodon from 2002, or as I like to call it, Mega Long Wait for the Shark. I actually found this one at a thrift store recently. This straight-to-video shark flick tries to juggle oil rig drama, environmental guilt trips, and giant prehistoric fish terror. What we actually get is a whole lot of corporate speeches, some surprisingly solid CGI, and a shark that doesn't even bother showing up until nearly an hour into the runtime. The setup goes like this. A wealthy oil baron unveils his brand new state-of-the-art drilling rig, one capable of digging deeper into the seabed than anything that's come before. Naturally, marine biologists and environmentalists are immediately horrified, warning that punching giant holes into the ocean floor could unleash all kinds of trouble. But the baron insists it's safe, it's clean, and it's the future. Spoiler, it's not. The rig itself comes with a giant glass elevator that ferries workers down to the drill head. Picture Willy Wonka's elevator, but slower, wetter, and with a much higher risk of imploding. To help clean up his public image, the rig owner invites a journalist along, not out of transparency, but because his kids are tired of being teased at school for having an evil oil tycoon as their father.
I have two small children, Miss Giddings, and I love them very much. I don't see them as much as I'd like, but they are mine. They carry my name. And when that name gets tarnished, it's they who suffer in the schoolyard when the press propagates outrageous lies about me.
So if she writes a nice puff piece about how he's not the villain, maybe the kids will finally get a break at lunchtime. But when the journalist starts pressing him with the tough questions, the rig owner snaps and delivers what might be the best line in the whole movie. He looks her dead in the eye and says,
I've put out the welcome mat for you, Miss Giddings, and all you seem to want to do is piss on it.
I mean, come on. That's Troll 2 energy right there.
And you can't piss on hospitality. I won't allow it!
And the timing couldn't be better, because I literally just found Troll 2 on DVD at the same thrift store. 1 week later, this shark movie hands me the perfect connection on a silver platter. Sometimes the B-movie universe just lines things up for you. Things start heating up when the crew hauls up a clogged suction tube. It starts wriggling like something's alive inside. The music ramps up, the lighting shifts, and suddenly it feels like we've stumbled into a horror movie. Then, fake out. It's just a fish. Crisis averted, right?
Wrong.
There's a second fish still inside, and when it bursts out, it injures one of the workers. That's when they realize this isn't just any fish. It's an ancient, supposedly extinct species. And this one's only a baby. The journalist, who was about ready to leave, suddenly changes her mind, because nothing sells papers like prehistoric monster bites oil rig worker. The drill head suddenly collapses into a sinkhole, dragging a worker sub down with it. Out of the pit comes a swarm of those same prehistoric fish, pouring out like a pack of Jurassic piranhas. They're vicious, they're fast, and the movie really makes sure you understand just how dangerous they are.
That fish in there, juvenile. Full-grown adult, 8 feet. Teeth, this big. You don't want to find Mom and Dad.
Which makes it hilarious that after this scene, they're never mentioned again. It's like the film forgot about its own monsters. Meanwhile, the missing sub-pilot is somehow still alive and stumbles into a hidden undersea cave full of bizarre new sea life. Because apparently this movie also wanted to sneak in a National Geographic special, but then a shark shadow, a big one. The crew sees something moving on sonar, 60 to 70 feet long. They assume it's a squid. At this point, the movie is practically waving a giant neon sign that says, "Don't worry, the shark is coming." Eventually, 52 minutes into this 90-minute movie, we see it, the Megalodon. And honestly, it looks great for early 2000s CGI, way better than most sci-fi channel sharks. Unfortunately, instead of going full monster mode, the shark just kind of swats a sub around like a cat playing with a Roomba, then swims off like later nerds. The people in the big elevator start to head back up. They try to go slow so they don't attract the shark, or maybe just to stretch out the run time. Either way, the shark rams them. The journalist cameraman guy falls and somehow breaks his leg like he just dropped off a skyscraper. With the elevator now busted, they detach the cables and float up to the surface. They surface too close to the rig and the helicopter can't pick them up.
Damn it, they're too close to the rig.
So a mini-sub pushes the elevator to an ice floe. As the crew climbs out onto the ice, the shark erupts through the ice and snags broken leg guy. And seriously, would a 70-foot shark even bother with one puny human snack? Anyway, because this movie isn't done with random deaths, the helicopter crashes for no reason. Don't ask why, just accept it. With no other options, the plan becomes strap explosives to a sub, harpoon the shark, and blow it sky high. Our hero takes the suicide mission, baits the shark, blinds it with a tank purge, fires the harpoon, and detonates. The result? A tiny little puff of CGI smoke. That's it. The shark's gone. Roll credits, right? Not quite. We get the classic sequel bait ending. 3 months later, the journalist is sailing off the coast of France. The camera pans down, and sure enough, another megalodon shadow glides under her boat. Fade to black. Of course, no sequel ever happened. Megalodon is one of those movies where the shark is easily the best thing on screen, and it barely shows up. The cast is stacked with familiar faces if you're into TV and cult favorites. Robin Sachs hams it up as the corporate oil baron, Leanne Littrell plays the tough journalist, and Mark Andreas Sheppard shows up long before he became fan-famous as Crowley, the king of hell on Supernatural.
Imagine the surprise on your face.
Between the oil rig politics, the environmental guilt trip, and an ending that fizzles instead of explodes, it feels like a missed opportunity. Still, if you're into early 2000s CGI creature features, it's got some charm. It's not a terrible movie. Well, maybe. Let's just say it's more watchable than a lot of the shark junk that came after it. If Jaws made people afraid to go in the water, Megalodon mostly just makes you afraid of slow pacing. Thanks for watching another episode of Rewind a Closer Look. If you had fun with this dive into bargain bin shark cinema, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because unlike this movie, your support actually makes an impact.
Have you ever been bitten?
Well, yes. Yes, once by a woman in Hamburg.
Seriously, you know what I mean?
Yes, I got a little love bite from a moray eel once.
Elliot, show him the sting.
No, they haven't eaten yet.
You got stung?
Yes,
Where?
here and there.
Elliot, show him the sting.
Do it. Show us. You won't see.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You sure?
Yeah. Sure.
That's a sting.
That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
See, you want to see more? Get your
You can't piss on hospitality. I won't allow it.